is everyone today? It is Wednesday, July 28th, and I wanted to pop in. I have a bad habit of letting a lot of time go by without checking in with my friends. And I wanted to let you know I'm working on July makes. That is coming up this week, so come back on Friday. I have a couple things to show you. I'll put up the number of this shirt I'm wearing. It's a Connie Crawford pattern by Butterick, and I like it, but it's way too short. Way too short. So if I make it again, I will make it longer. And yes, I sewed up the front, did not have to make buttonholes. I can get it on and off over my head. So let's get to it. How's everyone doing? It's hot outside, really hot. But I opened my front door this morning and found a package. So let's open it. This fabric is from fabric.com. Bit of a departure for me. I don't usually order from them. I'm sort of fond of this other fabric store called Fabric Mart. Have I ever mentioned it before? But I actually went to fabric.com on Act Fast Friday. They don't run it every Friday, but mostly they do, and they will put fabric 50% off, and it goes very, very quickly. So I always think to go real late in the day, and I'm sure I've missed lots of good things, but I did find some really pretty stuff, and I'll show it to you. Here is a really pretty floral, and it's a size giant print. This is a little bit of a stretch satin. The satin is not particularly shiny. It's got a beautiful drape to it. It's not stiff at all. And it's got a little bit of texture. It's almost got like a twill texture to it. So this way, it doesn't stretch at all. But if you turn it, selvage to selvage, you can see a little bit of give. I thought this was beautiful, and I believe I paid about $5 a yard for this. Made out of polyester. Toss it in the washing machine. Cold. I wash almost everything on cold except for bedding and intimate wear. But all of my fabric I do on cold. And then I do a tumble dry medium. So that's what I'll do with all of this that I'm showing you today. Fabric.com wraps each piece in plastic, which is nice. It's very protected. This is a Mikado fabric, and I thought that the print was awfully pretty. So let me get this open for you. Now, what is Mikado? Mikado, in this case, is polyester. It has no stretch either way, and it is dressy. It has a shiny finish, very beautiful, not gaudy, just a shimmer kind of finish. It's very soft, and it is rather sturdy, so it's not gonna drape like a rayon challis. It's best suited for something that doesn't need to swing around a lot, like a jacket, pants, a pencil skirt, and in fact, this fabric on fabric.com was featured with already made up out of a Vogue pattern. And they made a pencil skirt out of it, a really cool pattern that I must have missed. And I thought, wow, I love that. I might even try and get the pattern. So I will link where this fabric is if they still have it. And that is a Mikado, very wide and machine washable. I only got four. The next one, let's see what we have here. This is, I thought it was a knit, but it's not a knit. I believe this is a Telio, T-E-L-I-O, and this is kind of like a crinkle challis, a crinkle rayon challis. Now, I made a mistake with this fabric. I put it in my cart twice, and I thought, uh-oh, I don't want to do that. So I went to check my cart. Oh, it was only there once, that's fine. But no, instead of getting 2.5 yards, I wound up with 5 yards. I never get 5 yards of anything, and now I have 5 yards of this. It is beautiful. I won't let it go to waste. I'll probably eke out a dress for me and one for Candace. Isn't that pretty? Look at those colors. Pale pink, pale yellow, and kind of a dark slate blue. Beautiful drape, very soft, and I think it's plenty opaque. No lining needed. And yes, I throw all my rayons into a cold water wash. Last up is, ooh, this is nice. This is also not a stretch. Oh, it's got it printed right on the selvage. So it's True Kisses by Heather Bailey for FigoFabrics.com. You want to see that? And it is a very lightweight, once again, polyester. Throw it in the wash, doesn't wrinkle, and it is such a nice weight. It's lighter than a satin, but it kind of has that sheen on it on one side. The back you can definitely tell from the front. And this is a color I don't wear very often, so I'm not sure why I chose it. I guess it was just a really great sale. I didn't pay more than $5 a yard for any of these, but like I say, they go very quickly on Friday over at fabric.com. So if you want to check it out, set your alarm. Set your alarm for 8 a.m. I'm going to show you some patterns that I picked up on eBay. They are all out of print, but I thought, well, if you missed them, maybe you would like to get them too. First up is Butterick 5216. What I loved about this, not so much this empire waist, but this, where the straps are fed through a casing and form a bow, and you can tie the bow in the middle or you can tie the bow up to the side. I just love that. You could use the same color bow, you could use a contrasting color. I would not make the empire waist just because I don't think it would be too flattering on my inverted triangle shape. But that other one I love, and it's even better that it's considered a very easy, fast and easy Butterick. There are those little line drawings. I think you could make that, gosh, with 1 yard of fabric. So cute. This is a very easy Vogue. Do they put the year on it? Yeah, they do, but I can't see it. It's 2000 something. The number is 7616, and I really liked the separates. You can do a dress or you can do a top and a skirt. That's an elastic waist skirt, and the top has kind of a nice collar treatment. Not difficult at all. And here's their little chart for what bodies it will look best on. This is recommended for everyone, even though a lot of times I just ignore that chart because I'm really disobedient. See Sew. This looks like a pretty old one. Yeah, we're looking like maybe 1990s. 3413. That is a dropped waist dress, which I think is kind of timeless. I would make this out of something very light, like a gauze or a linen. Wouldn't do anything heavy like denim. That would look, no, that would not be good, I don't think, but something light and probably solid so that the buttons will show up. And I thought, that's an easy dress to wear. Does it have pockets? If it doesn't have pockets, I will put them in. I just foresee that as a running around dress, middle of the week dress, going to the grocery. Old Kwik Sews, you know I had to have at least one. This is 2960. I really love their fly zip instructions. They make sense to my brain and I got good results. So I thought, ooh, I want to try a bunch of them. The reason I picked this one is because it looks like it might sit a little bit lower than 3363, I believe, the shorts I made. Those are like such mom shorts. I mean, they're like high. So these look like they might ride just a tiny bit lower. And of course I opened it up right away to see if they had their typical Kwik Sew fly instructions, and they do. So I will be making these and we'll see if they don't come up to my rib cage. Butterick 5045. I love that style. Butterick is interesting because this is the second one that I've purchased from probably early 2000s, but they have paired kind of a flowing tunic with wide leg pants. Now usually the rule is that if you have wide pants, you have a narrow top, and if you have a wide top, you have narrow pants. Well, take that, says Butterick. That is an A-line tunic with wide leg pants, and then they have a very loose topper to go with those. You get a lot of pieces in here. I'm just crazy for cropped pants, but look at those pockets on that dress. Now, how low are those pockets? Do they really mean that? That looks a bit iffy to me. Last but not least, this is a Kwik Sew that I'm very anxious to make. 3225, a summer wrap dress, but not a typical wrap dress. The seller wrote woven wraparound. And it is for woven fabrics, but look how it wraps. It's very clever. You put it on over your head and then you bring the back down or the front and wrap it around and tie it. Yes, you can tie it in the front. That is how it is supposed to be worn. I love the longer length like that. What a great summer dress. Kwik Sew 3225. Kwik Sews in the 3000s. That denotes just before and just after they were sold to the McCall Pattern Company. And they're kind of hard to come by. You can find them, but people want a lot of money for them. This one, I recall, was not terribly expensive, but I do pay more for these old Kwik Sews than I like to, because I want them. And they're a collector's item because, you know, Kwik Sew is not designing fashion anymore, just crafts. So check out eBay and Etsy if you're interested in any of these patterns. They'll all be listed down in the notes below. And one more thing before we go, here's what I'm working on today. Now, if you think you are nuts, I will tell you right now you are right. But this is the front of a skirt. I want you to see this fabric. It is a super swanky Millie designer fabric. It has all kinds of shiny threads running through it, but it's not scratchy. It's really soft, but it is quite structural. And I chose to make a gathered waist skirt with it. I only have the front put together, and I'm thinking I could end up looking incredibly bad in this. I'm hoping I don't, because it's such a great party skirt. I mean, it's just so beautiful. Can you see those shiny threads? And like I say, it's by Millie. Millie has a website, millie.com. Beautiful clothes, not cheap. This fabric was $3 a yard. Last year or 2 years ago at Fabric Mart. So if this is a train wreck, I'm not out a ton of money, but I will be disappointed because, I don't know, I chose something gathered and this doesn't drape. This is not a draping fabric at all. Here's the other side of it. Even the back side is pretty. So yeah, this will be featured in my July makes on Friday. So come back and see if it worked or if it didn't. Did it sink or did it swim? We will find out. So that's about it. The month is rolling along. We had our scare with Zig a couple weeks back. He's doing well, and every time I see him, I'm so glad he's still here. And I tell him that. I am so glad you're still here. So many people prayed for you. And I've been a little, I have a little bit of that summer malaise with my sewing, but I think, no, do not get lazy. Do not say you're bored with sewing. Sewing is a gift. Get over there and start sewing. You've got a beautiful machine, you've got beautiful fabrics, you have a table to work on, there's no excuses. So I've been giving myself a stern talking to so that I don't just, I don't want to do that. I do want to do it. And I think the fastest cure for that sort of, inertia is to sit down and sew one seam, because it ropes you in. It reels you in. That's going to be it for today. Wishing everyone well. I'll be back in a couple days, I promise. And check the description box for all these goodies. Bye.